Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back playing some more World Tank. So, as you can see, this is Ronnok, and this is a T28 Concept. And this is the first time I've actually seen this tank up close and personal. Huh, interesting. Suddenly I feel like working a lot harder to get mine. Anyways, so this is obviously a tier 8 game on Siegfried line. It's an assault, and we are defending. This is actually one of my favorite assault maps to play. However, of course, because I've got so tired of Corellia assault, I just turned all assaults off. That's how much I hate Corellia. Anyways, I don't have any idea about the true capabilities of this tank. This should be a lot of fun to watch. Can't remember the last time I saw one in a fight. But anyways. So obviously Ronnok is going to set up. He is currently hulled down behind this little mountain of rubble here, and he is going to defend against anyone who decides they're suicidal enough to charge straight up this mill road. Now it looks like we have a bunch of enemy tanks flooding in from the D6 area. Ash is over there without too much support, so he's going to have some trouble. Unless he starts to fall back at some point. Ronnok is apparently deciding his position isn't optimal. He's going to... No, apparently he's, he may have been just adjusting, to make sure that he could see more of this road. This way he guards Ash's flank fairly effectively. That's interesting. I didn't know you could, like, slowly zoom out like that. Ooh, look at that. Well, that poor guy wasn't expecting that. And for some odd reason, he decided to stop in the middle of the road to fire at a tank. Penetration in front of him.
First blood.
So that guy is just assuming that I'm going to assume that guy wants to die. Because, well, yeah. Now the T37 seems to actually be doing damage to the back end of our Tiger 2. So our Tiger 2 is about to die. Unless he gets really lucky. Ash, unfortunately, looks like he's kind of getting overrun as well. So this is starting to go sideways. Now we've lost a Tiger 2 and a KV3 compared to them, losing a couple of mediums. And they're about to lose a Panther too, because nope, he got back out of there in time. It's unlike the VK, who decided to sit there and take all of the damage from Ronnok. The Panther 2 decided to get back out of there. Taking off our track, not enough to save him. But his armor is effective enough at that angle to bounce our shell. It was hard penetration. 181. That is respectable, especially in a tier 7 tank. Yeah, so at this point, there's not a whole lot left to do right now. There will be ooh, come on, T69. Yeah, we're not here. Don't worry. Nice shot. Wait, was that guy driving backwards? Why was he rolling backwards? I mean, I can understand rolling backwards to escape from a fight. But this whole section that he was rolling through, enemy armor is hit. Is covered from our friendly fire, so he had the time to stop and turn his tank around, but he didn't want to. What's with these people just wandering in front of Ronnok shots and not paying attention enough to realize that there's a tank here? This is interesting. So, this is of course Siegfried line, and this is what happens on assaults. I don't think I've ever quite gotten this lucky where tanks just randomly roll through my vision all the time. This is pretty... This would be a fun shooting range, wouldn't it? So, unfortunately, it's not all that interesting to commentate because there's not a whole lot to do. But I assume it will start to become fun in a little bit. Our T34 taken out their 112. Unfortunately, we just lost our Cromwell. And it looks like Ronnok has either decided that it's time for him to get stuck in, or he's gotten impatient with waiting there. And I don't know which it is, but 12T about to jet out in front of us. He knows we're there. Why would he? Well, Ash took him down. That is him dead. Tiger 2 is about to roll it in front of us as well, sticking his back end out, and apparently we bounced that shot. Of course, Ronnok bouncing the
5-minute
Tiger's return shot, so that effectively nullifies that engagement. Now, ooh, look at that. Ash is still on pretty much full health and drives Ronnok into a dead tank. You guys are competitive, huh? Interesting. Unfortunately, the enemy team is pretty much dead, so at this point in time, it's just a race to see who can clean up the last of the damage and kills.
Double kill.
Yeah, that shot didn't look like it was going to pen, but obviously the replay is lagging a little bit compared to the actual game. And yeah, that was a good game. That was very impressive. So this thing has beautiful frontal armor, and this actually it looks a lot like the guns that are like right over here as far as this turret goes. Yes, I understand that's just a design, but it is a very interesting turret. It actually, oddly enough, reminds me a lot of the M3 with that turret sponson. But of course, that tank is just horrible, whereas this tank appears to be awesome. 28 for 100 experience without premium. That's with his daily double. That is pretty awesome. Of course, earning himself the Ace Tanker and Shell-Proof, Fire for Effect, and Confederate. And the fact that I didn't know Ronnok had this tank means he got it fairly recently. So that must have been really satisfying for him. This is the number of tanks that have wandered into his sights. And of course, AMX 5100 somehow fails to pen the side of a French tank. I'm going to have to say you missed. Because if you don't pen the side of a French tank, obviously you missed, right? That's how that works. 2,700 damage dealt over 2 kills. Yeah, he definitely earned the Confederate. And Ash earned himself a steel wall. Yeah, considering the fact that he looked like he was in the majority of the fighting and came out with almost full health, I completely believe that. That was an awesome game. 14 shots fired, 10 penetrations, and look at that. Over 1,000 damage blocked by his armor. He only received 7 hits. How much damage did Ash block? 1,400 over 12 hits. Interesting. So apparently Ronnok took some bigger shots, but not as many of them. Look at that. Even some spine damage. Now I'm going to guess that was at the end or near the end there. The VK he killed, and what was it? It was the T28. Yeah, I was right. Cool. Anyways, that was an awesome game, and again, now I'm craving getting this tank. I'm going to start working much harder to get my hands on mine. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night, and of course, if you want to support the channel, the best way, as always, is to like any videos you enjoy. And thank you all. Have a great night. ioEther out.
Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more world tanks. Side scraping. How to counter a player who's side scraping. So the E100 is trying to side scrape. And you can see, let's see where. Ronnok is actually firing at the engine deck of the enemy tank. And, well, that makes sense, because Ronnok's gun is actually higher up than the enemy tank's engine deck, so he can aim down. And if he concentrates right, and if he, T57, really? How did you miss that shot on the T57? Really? That was like a free shot. So the enemy Elon Hunter is getting really pissed that Ronnok can somehow penetrate him without being, without exposing enough of his tank so that this guy can kill Ronnok. So Ronnok's, again, gonna shoot for the engine deck,